But we just watched the scrimmage for Utah State men's basketball, and we just talked to Isaac Johnson. A lot of fun. This Utah State basketball team getting ready to head to Europe. You guys leave tomorrow? Is that right?
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
so we've got Mason Falslev and Drake Allen with us here. I had to learn Drake Allen's face, but I was confusing you with Braitling way too often.
Yeah, we look alike. Just a little bit.
I know a lot of you guys have like the same hairstyle. You're all like between 3 and 6 times, so y'all just look way too similar for all of us to try to remember you guys' same faces. So.
We need different haircuts, maybe.
Yes.
I know, that's true. So I guess your feelings about what you guys did today in your scrimmage. How did it go, Mason?
Yeah, it went good. We implemented a lot of plays and we tried to execute them today. And it's hard learning a whole new coach's plays and what he wants and playing a new defense. So it was good to see what it looked like live, and I think we did a lot of good stuff. But also, there's a lot of things we need to clean up and get better at.
I know both of you guys have gone through switch, obviously switch coaches. What's that generally like? I keep disconnecting here. So, also, that says like, what's it like just switching, head coaches? Like you talk about, you got to learn a new system. Like, how do you generally go about trying to learn those new systems as quickly as possible?
I mean, the guy down there just asked me, "What does this compare like to last year?" You can't compare anything. It's like another 180 flip. Like I went from Coach Odom to Coach Franklin was a totally different thing. Now I'm with Coach Calhoun, totally different thing. It's hard to compare, but it's so cool to learn different things and different techniques. And I kind of try to take a little bit from each coach and try to just be the best player that I can be.
And I guess the same question would go for you,
yeah.
Greg. Just acclimating to being here in Logan, but just learning new players, new systems, and how I know we just talked to Isaac, and he's like, there's a lot that's being thrown at us quickly. So just being able to pick that up and try to do what the coaches are asking of you.
Yeah, it's like Mason said, it's not easy, right? But it takes a lot of time, and the biggest thing is that coming to Logan, coming to Cache Valley, coming to Utah State is that there's always good people here, right? And that's the one thing I've noticed, and all the guys on our team are good people, right? So it makes it a lot easier when you're learning new stuff, and it's challenging. And today in the scrimmage, when you might not remember something that you learned because there's a lot being thrown at us, and you look to the guy next to you and ask him for some help, and he's got your back. So that's the main thing I've learned when you talked about moving to Logan is that everyone here cares, and they're all good people, and it helps when you're all out there battling together.
So let me also just ask you about your journey here,
Yep.
Drake. Just decision to choose to come to Utah State, period. And what was that like for you, and what ultimately helped you make that decision?
Yeah, I've been in a lot of stops. I've been everywhere, kind of in Utah. So it's been a crazy, crazy journey. But ultimately coming down to the decision to, picking Utah State, I think the biggest thing was the guys coming back and what they accomplished the year before. I'm learning a lot from them, and even though I'm one of the older guys on the team and this is my last year, I'm learning a lot from Mason, Fish, and Ian, who have gone further than a lot of us have ever gone, making it to that NCAA tournament. So being able to learn from those guys, and then also the new coaching staff, Coach Calhoun's mastermind when it comes to offense, and Coach Howe and all the other coaches are geniuses when it comes to defense and offense on both sides of the ball. So that kind of played into my decision to come to Utah State.
So Mason, kind of a similar question for you. Enter the transfer portal, come back out. What was that decision process like for you?
Yeah. I mean, obviously it was pretty easy for me. I wanted to come and play Utah State. And, I just love playing here. I love being by my friends and family. And ultimately the reason why I got in the portal was just to make sure that what I was going for my future, I needed to be safe. I didn't know if the coach was going to bring his whole team or what was going to happen, so I needed to get in the portal just to make sure that my future was taken care of. And Coach Calhoun made it super easy. I remember he walked in and he came right up to me. He's like, "Hey, we got to talk. Let's just figure something out and let's make it work." And I think the next day I was like, "All right, I'm in. Let's do it."
So one thing that we noted just watching your scrimmage today, a lot of activity. Everybody's moving around. There's not a lot of standing still.
Yeah.
But how would you characterize this system under Coach Calhoun? Either one of you. I mean, Isaac, he summed it up in a word, in freedom. That's how he would describe it. How would you guys describe this system under Coach Calhoun with the players that are on your team?
Under one word?
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, fist. That was good. That was good though.
Isaac was waxing, I guess, a little more poetic. However you guys want to describe it.
I love the way Coach Calhoun coaches. You know, he boosts up everyone. You know, he builds you up and he makes you believe in yourself. So that's kind of what I would say. He just believes. He has faith in you and he knows what you're capable of and he just wants you to go prove it.
Yeah, and I'll double off what Fish said. I think that, like you said, it's a lot of movement, a lot of actions, which gives us a lot of responsibility, right? Which comes with that freedom comes with a lot of responsibility. So Coach Calhoun's going to let us play, right? And it's hard to learn, and it's, like I said, it's a lot being thrown at us. But we know that it's going to be hard to guard when the season comes around, and we know that we're going to have that freedom and that responsibility to make plays.
How do you feel that your roles are developing with this team in this system?
I mean, we got a lot of guys, a lot of very talented guys. So I'm feeling we're going to be pretty deep as far as, guys coming off the bench. And, one night it might be someone else. And I think every night we're going to have somebody that, has a pretty monster game. I don't think it's going to be one person the whole season. I think we're going to split it up pretty evenly because we have so much talent on the floor. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, just like you said, there's so much talent on this team and it's going to be have the most points, and it's going to switch off every other night because we got a lot of guys that can do a lot of things, and depending on what the defense does, it's going to open up opportunities.
So what is it like for the guards? Because there's so many guards, both guys. How do you guys try to fit together on the court with those two or three of you in a lineup at some time?
There's a lot. And the good thing about our offense is, it doesn't really matter what position you play besides, really the center. Like me, Drake, Ian, and Dex, we can all play 1 through 4. When we run a transition, it doesn't really matter where we're at on the court because it's just set up that way. The way Coach Calhoun has set it up, anyone can be anywhere besides really the big guy. And even then, they still have a lot of freedom. So, we can play small ball, we can play big ball, whatever we want to do, whatever Coach wants to do. He's capable of doing it.
Yeah, I would agree with what Mason said. Double down on that, there's no really position-specific plays that we run. It's probably to a specific person, right, play to their strengths, but 1 through 4, on defense and offense, we're bigger guards, right, and our wings and forwards move really well for their size. So, 1 through 4, even sometimes 1 through 5, it's really positionless. We can get up and down, and when we run, we all shoot it very well, right? We're shooting it better than probably we ever have in our careers, and that's what we're excited about.
We saw Pavel hit a couple threes. We saw Carson hit a 3. We saw, we know Isaac can hit the 3. You got the big guys that are taking a lot of the outside shots today.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that's going to be normal on a given day, but everybody on this team can pass, dribble, shoot, it looks like.
Yeah, I think that's part of the freedom that we've been talking about with Coach Calhoun. He's not telling anybody, hey, you can't shoot this and you only shoot these, right? If he's building up our confidence and letting us know, right, if you're open and if that you feel like that's your shot, you should take that shot, right? And you should believe that it's going to go in. So our bigs do like to shoot it a lot, and that if they're going in, and we're not mad at it, right? We're all cheering for each other, and if P and KT have a night themselves, then we're happy for those guys.
I was on the opposite team. It's my roommate.
Do you expect that to be maybe part of your identity? Is that everyone can shoot? That's something you expect teams to eventually come to know you guys? That team where everybody can shoot.
Coach went out and recruited guys for a reason. He loves offense and he loves scoring the basketball. And Falslev and Frandsen and Fish and even Aubin, they work a lot on their shots. They stay after practice, and that's what you saw out there is just results and confidence. So,
what are we kind of asked this to Isaac, but I guess it's more directed towards you, Mason. Just where last year team had a lot of success, won in the NCAA tournament, something that hasn't been done in a long time at this institution. Obviously, coach decides to leave. You already talked about your decision. you weren't sure where you were going in and out. But how has your life been different since then? Like, it's been kind of a crazy off season in that sense. But how's your life changed, or has it really been any different?
In what way? Like basketball way or what?
Yeah, I guess basketball way. But Isaac also talked about how people seem to recognize him more or interact with him more in different ways in the community. And so you're a little bit more known because you grew up here and you were a star athlete at high school level. But has life changed much for you just since the run that you guys had last year and getting ready for the next season?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of things that I don't know if I guess it's definitely because we had that success, but you know, I don't even know. I don't even want to say that. Like, obviously, like I get recognized quite a bit, like going to stores and stuff, and it has been a lot more lately. And it's pretty cool, you know. It's really cool just going to a store and just having someone like, hey, can I get a picture with you? It feels crazy just because, you know, I'm just.
You see kids walking around with hairstyles like yours?
Yeah, I'm just some regular guy. I just went to high school like 10 minutes away. Like I'm living the dream. I really am. I'm thankful for it.
What are some of the things that you've worked on? I guess this is for both of you guys. What are some of the things that you've worked on in your off season to try to be a better, more efficient player on the court?
Yeah, I'll start. I think that we might have a similar answer, but our shooting numbers, right? My shooting numbers have to be a lot better, right? I think that, you know, I lacked some confidence last year, you know, whether it was a free throw line or the 3-point line, but, you know, I've been hitting that hard this off season and I know it's got to come up. So a little bit of pressure on me, right? But pressure is good. And, you know, I'm expecting to take that pressure and turn it into results.
You had some good shooting seasons in the past.
Oh, yeah.
Is it mostly just down to that confidence there?
100%. Yeah, I think that, you know, it's a little bit of a system, a little bit of the guys you're playing with, a little bit of the confidence, right, that's around you, not only your confidence, right? But, you know, when you miss a shot and guys like Mason come up to you and say, hey, it's all right, just keep shooting it, right? That builds your confidence even more to knock the next one down. So, yeah, I've had pretty good shooting years, so I just got to bring it right back, and I'm not too worried about it with reps and getting back in the gym. It'll all come back.
Yeah, I mean, kind of the same thing as Drake. I've kind of tried to change my shot form and tried to change some things over the offseason. I really worked on my mid-range and worked last year that I was just driving to the basket. And I feel like if I am able to knock down some threes and knock down some mid-ranges, it will hopefully open up my game and we'll be able to be a better team because of it.
One last question for me. You took a pretty good pop down there.
Still shook up from my head hurts.
You're going to have a shiner when you fly to Europe.
Yeah, no, Dayton got me good, man. That was like the hardest punch I've ever seen. It like rattled my teeth, and I was like, oh my gosh. I'm happy it was bleeding though, because I didn't probably look like a baby if it was like, no, I'm glad there's
something to show for it.
Yeah, there's a little mark. 'Cause, wow, that hurt, but it's all good. I'll be fine. And sleep.
Well, my last question is just quickly: have either of you ever been to Europe? It's your first opportunity to fly across the sea?
This is my first time. Never been there. Not like the veteran over here, Drake.
Yeah, I've been everywhere. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. I was blessed enough to go last year with Utah Valley, and it's an amazing experience. I mean, getting to spend time with guys, and we're all new. But not only that, but, you know, learning the culture, playing games out there, it gives us a boost. And the biggest thing is building team chemistry off the court. You know, when you get to walk the streets of Italy, and I've never been to Croatia, but I'm guessing it's pretty similar in the fact that, you know, it's just a chance to grow, right? You know, grow our relationships and grow on the court as well. You know, playing together against somebody different will be nice. And you're not just, you know, battling the same guys every single day.
Somebody else can hit, basically.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. No, so it'll be a blast, and we're really excited.
Well, best of luck, safe travels. Excited for this upcoming season for you guys, and thanks for spending some time with us today.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.